In this segment, Stephanie Miller is joined by Charlie Pierce. Together, the two discuss the state of the Hunter Biden probe and the lack of any meaningful findings. Has this much-hyped investigation turned into a big swing and miss? For more, here's Stephanie.
I just loved your headline. Oops, James Comer seems to have misplaced his Biden informant. This is the best story ever. We already played this fantastic audio with Maria Bartiromo. Let's start from the beginning because I just have to hear it again. First of all, Charlie says, did you leave him in the car? Did you look in the pockets of yesterday's jeans? Have you checked between the cushions of the sofa?
That's a good one.
You have spoken with whistleblowers. You also spoke with an informant who gave you all of this information. Where is that informant today? Where are these whistleblowers?
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible.
Maria's "hold on" is my favorite. Hold on.
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we can find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business, so they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that. We have basic information with respect to what the informant has alleged, and it's very serious.
Charlie, could be a ninja, could be a wood nymph.
I reckon they might be some of them double knot spies.
What are the ones that wood nymph, fairies, whatever? Could be
Sprite.
Could be a sprite. Could be an entity.
Yeah, could be an entity.
Could be a 7-Up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they know how ridiculous they look or no?
No,
Charlie?
apparently not. And I am still not clear about whether the informant and the whistleblower are the same person.
Right.
Because they keep saying they know the whistleblower, and the whistleblower is the guy the informant talked to, or the woman, or the
It's like a game of
robot
telephone.
monster that the informant talked to.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think they understand it.
Right, because then Marjorie Taylor Greene said, "Oh no, we have the informant. Some whistleblowers are lost." I'm like, wait, what? I mean, I don't. Okay, this is going to be.
And some of them might be in jail.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mostly they're out doing that double knot spy business.
Double knot spy.
Okay.
The spy business.
Speaking of nothing burgers, this would be Trump's statement from the bassinet of the 45th president after the John Durham report. Wow! After extensive research, Special Counsel John Durham concludes the FBI should never have launched the Trump-Russia probe. In other words, the American public was scammed, and it's being scammed right now by those who don't want to see greatness for America. Okay. So,
John Durham produced a 305-page blog post.
yes, exactly. It's an op-ed.
There's nothing in there.
Right.
Okay?
So there's
There's no recommend. By the way, with all these terrible things the FBI did, there's no recommendations in that report as to how we can make things better.
Thank you. He recommended
which is what they're supposed to do.
Right.
He did not recommend any wholesale changes to the DOJ or the Bureau's practices. No new charges. It literally is a big nothing burger that cost us what, $7 million?
Mm-hmm.
$6.5 million.
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about the Jerry Connolly office baseball bat
Yeah,
attack.
that's a terrible thing.
Yes, it has echoes of the, obviously attack that was targeting Nancy Pelosi and got her husband. Thank God they're out of the hospital. But the suspect in this attack that injured two staffers in Jerry Connolly's office filed a bizarre $29 million lawsuit against the CIA, accusing the agency of fourth dimension torture, among other allegations. Okay.
Fourth dimension torture?
Yes.
What is that, like being, forced to watch bad sci-fi for 3 hours?
I don't know. The Capitol Police Chief said one of the biggest challenges we face today is dealing with the sheer increase in the number of threats against member of Congress, approximately up 400% over the past 6 years. I mean, we keep saying...
To say nothing of the sheer increase in complete nutballs we have to deal with.
Right. But it's not like, it's getting scary. It's already scary. Yeah. I mean, obviously the attack on Paul Pelosi was targeting Nancy Pelosi, and this was obviously targeting.
I've talked to people who were in the Capitol on January 6th who still aren't over it.
Yeah.
And probably never will be.
Yeah. Here's a hopeful thing. You wrote a piece about Fox. It's open season on Rupert Murdoch. The suit was filed on behalf of Nina Jakowicz. This is another lawsuit against Fox News. She is a prominent specialist in Russian disinformation and online harassment, became the primary target of attacks on Fox. It turns out, you said, releasing the flying monkeys is going to have consequences now that Dominion Voting Systems has spilled FNC's innards all over a courtroom. Good. I say good. Like it is, just as I think E. Jean Carroll is going to embolden more women to be brave.
Yeah, I mean, if Ms. Dunphy is to be believed, she already has.
Right.
Right. That's a whopping big lawsuit. Yeah, I mean, I think at least the outer defenses are crumbling.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That
know,
you can't
and-
just
and-
defame people 24/7 as your business model.
And not only that, I mean, I have got to believe that Murdoch is just sick of being involved with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's not worth the candle anymore.
Yeah. By the way, I love, because again, both sides don't do it. Have we mentioned that? So Eric Trump threatened to sue Rachel Maddow for accurately reporting that he was speaking alongside anti-Semites, right? I mean, this is the thing. Like every time they threaten to do something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, the other side's, they're not, it's not. She accurately reported something, which resulted in at least them dropping these two anti-Semites from this particular leg of the tour. But I mean, so Eric Trump, Eric Trump addressed, this is at Trump Doral in Miami on Friday. He spoke at a multi-day event for General Mike Flynn's far-right Reawaken America tour with QAnon conspiracy theorists, among others. So the two speakers that were dropped were Scott McKay and Charlie Ward. They are notorious pro-Hitler anti-Semites who have been featured. So they've been featured speakers on this tour that Eric Trump has been on, right? And so Rachel, Rachel.
And I mean, even though he is widely recognized to being the dumb one, that's just really dumb.
Yeah.
You know, that's getting it. That's you really shouldn't do anything for a paycheck.
Right. They still featured, even though they dropped those two speakers, they featured former American Idol Jimmy Levy, who has accused Hollywood power brokers of drinking the blood of children. He said, I believe at this event, these people are drinking the blood of children. These people are injecting a chemical called adrenochrome they extract from children that are scared.
Yeah.
This is really happening, and this is the most popular chemical used in Hollywood for the youth. Do you think you'd know, Jody? You grew up in Hollywood. I mean, I don't. For the youth, it's a fountain of youth. They say it's disgusting and it needs to be exposed. Many Jim Caviezel have tried to expose it and were called crazy. Can I just say I've met Jim Caviezel and he's crazy.
When did you meet Jim Caviezel?
I'll tell you the story. When I was hosting at Oxygen, he came in to be interviewed, and I remember I was doing a green screen sketch where I had the Pope sitting on a whoopee cushion. I don't remember why.
Oh, that wouldn't
I
go
just
over
thought it'd be
well with him.
No.
I don't remember what the joke was, but it was funny, Charlie. And I remember Jim Caviezel, they said he stopped and he went, is that the Holy Father? That she's... Okay, also...
Chris Lavoie, by the way, is going to a rock and roll festival featuring one of my friend's bands.
Yeah, I am.
Which kind of
He's
rock and roll?
He's going to see the... what's the name of the festival, Chris?
Cruel World Festival.
Yeah, my old friend from Boston, Phoenix days, Hugo Burnham's great band Gang of Four is playing.
Nice. Very cool.
Thank you for this musical moment. And now, back to the countdown.
Now, a story about a bear.
So this whole Ron DeSantis, blah, blah, blah.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep covering your eyes.
Yes.
Okay. According to the Washington Post, what started as a feud between Ron DeSantis and Disney has now become a war between DeSantis and Disney CEO Bob Iger. The mouse has brought in the big guns. One expert said the problem with DeSantis' case is that he and his supporters never tried to hide their true intentions. You can't do any of this in retaliation. So I think he's losing legally, politically. The latest ridiculous story, a teacher in Florida says the State Department of Education is investigating her for showing a Disney movie in her class that had gay themes.
Yep.
Which one is it? Strange World? Do you know this?
Yeah, that was a big flop, actually.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was a flop.
She said none of my students cared or batted an eye. They didn't even know this was a big deal until the board member in the state made it a big deal. I just, Charlie, how big a deal is whatever they think parents' rights are going to be about stuff like this in the 2024?
Well, anybody who's covered city government or county government at that level knows that there are 7 or 8 people who show up at every meeting and who have the town bylaws tattooed on their forearm, who go there for with bulging leather briefcases full of yellowing paper, go there just to cause trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Those people are getting elected now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The city hall nuisances are getting elected now.
Yeah.
And of course, this being the media age, what happens in front of the Bug Tussle County Commission doesn't stay in front of the Bug Tussle County Commission anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ron DeSantis can't afford the level of lawyer that Disney can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. Ron DeSantis can't afford to have $111 billion in revenue leave his state.
Right.